Hello guys, welcome to our HTML and CSS tutorial from scratch. In this tutorial, I'm going to teach you everything you need to know about HTML and CSS. My name is Richard, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel to be able to get the rest of the videos. So let's start doing something. Enough of the talking. Thank you. Hello everyone, welcome back to HTML and CSS tutorial. I'm going to teach you how to make good use of simple tags. Okay, we're going to make good use of some simple tags. In our previous tutorial, we talked about we have two types of tag, which is a double tag and then the single tag. In this tutorial, I'm going to help you to make good use of some tags. Okay, so let's start doing something. We have one tag that we call the header tag. Okay, the header tag is used to give headers. Maybe it's used to give head to a topic, or maybe you used to write topic. You are writing a newspaper and want to give a header to the newspaper. You use the header tag to do that. So in order to write the header tag, is called H1. Okay, that's header 1. Okay, you have the header tag. So it's a double tag. So you just do the less than sign, then write your H1, then the greater than sign, then your less than again, then slash, and then your greater than sign, then you write your H1 in it. Okay, so H1 will be here. Now whatever you put here is going to be very bold on your website or your web page. Example, let's say I write welcome to my website. Okay, let me make something here. Welcome to my website. Okay, so when you write it like this and you save it and you run your program, this is how it's going to look. Welcome to my website. Okay, so we have H1 to H6. Okay, so we can do other tags, and we have H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, and H6. So we are going to do all of them one by one, then we see how all of them work. So I'm very lazy, so I'll just first create my double tag down, and then I'll recopy them and do one. Okay, so we have one here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now what you do next is that you put H1 here, H2, sorry, H2, and then you put H2, then you put H3 here, H3, and then you put H3, then you put H4 here, you put H4, you put H5 here, you put H5 here too in the closing tag, and then in the opening tag you put H6, and then in the closing tag you put H6 too. Alright, now after you put in H1 to H6, now you can go ahead and copy welcome to my first website, and then you fix it in the middle of each of them, and you see what will happen next. Alright, so we go to save, and then we run our program to see what we have done. So you can look at it. The first H1 happens to be very bold, and the H2 reduces in sizes, and then the boldness also reduces. H3 also reduces in sizes, and then the boldness is also reducing a little, and then H4, H5, H6 in that order. So that's how to make headers for your website or your web page. Maybe you want to write a newspaper or something and you want to create a header online. This is how you make it. So you just write the header, and then you put the header, you put whatever you want to write in the header, and it will be like this for you. So thank you. The next thing that I want to teach you is how to do paragraphing. Okay, how to do paragraphing in your website. Paragraphing, assuming I have a very long text and I want to space out, or I want to make them in the form of paragraph, then this is how it's going to be. Let me copy one text from my notepad. Assuming I have my good morning to my mommy, I've copied this very long text, and then I want to put it in my website to show my moms that I love her. So just paste what I have in my website. Now look at something here. You see I have a space in between good morning and then thank you so much for your email. I go ahead and then save this and go back to my Google Chrome and then I run it. Look at something. Everything is congested, everything is one, and there is no space in between it. HTML does not care the number of space or lines you leave in between. It will always compile and then compress everything to be one. Let me do another example for you to also see again. Look at something here again. I give a very big gap for this test. I go ahead and save it again and then I come back and run it. HTML still happens to remain the same. Now paragraphing is going to help you to paragraph all the text that you have, and the element for paragraphing is P. Okay, so we have to do our opening and closing tag for this one, which is opening and then closing, and then opening and closing, and then we come back and then open slash close. Okay, so in the opening tag what we do there is we put in P, and then in the closing tag what we do there again is we put in P. Okay, sorry, we put in P. Okay, now maybe assuming I want to paragraph this portion of my text. Okay, I want to paragraph this portion. I'll do the opening tag there. I'll put in my opening tag there, and then I want to end that paragraph at this portion, and then I put my closing tag here. Now what I do next is I save this text and let's see how it's going to run on our website. Okay, you see how it is now here. Now let's run it and see. Now you can see in the first paragraph we have good morning mommy already. Okay, now when we go to our browser, good morning mommy, and then I have started learning German. It starts from here. I have started learning German. It starts on the next paragraph, okay, and ends in languages, mom. Okay, so let's go back and see. I have started learning German and ends in languages, mom. Now behind that is but I am really sorry. And let's look at the I am really sorry. Is but I am really sorry. It's simply telling that the next line is a paragraph line, so you should space out. This is how to use paragraph to space out text that we are writing on our website. Okay, so maybe you are creating a newspaper and you want to give paragraphs in your newspaper, then this is how you do it, and then you get a very nice paragraph in for your newspaper, so that your newspaper will look so sweet. Everybody will be able to read. Everybody will not say God, this newspaper is too congested, the texts are too close and other stuff. Okay, so you can paragraph your newspaper on a website or when you're coding in HTML and CSS. HTML paragraphing is this tag or this element. Okay, we use P element to do the paragraphing. Okay, now the next thing I want to teach you is the help to move to the next line of your web page. Okay, maybe you want to move to the next line of your web page. Okay, now this is how to move to the next line of your web page. Look at something. Then to move to the next line of your web page, we have the element PR. Okay, and this is example of a single tag. So all that you have to do is you write a less than sign, and then you bring your BR, and then you give space, and then the slash, and then the greater than sign. Okay, now let's save this and look at the changes. After that we do it properly, and then we see how everything is affecting our thing. Okay, now we run it and we don't see anything like something is changing, but something has actually changed. Okay, let me show you what is changing here. In the BR sign we wrote it at lot. Wow. Okay, let's go and search for lot. Wow, where can we have it? Where can we have it? Where can we have it? You see, lot. Wow. Okay, so this one allows, now the lot is here and then the wall is here. This one allows you to move to the next line. Let me give you another example for you to see what I'm actually talking about. Okay, so you go to the notepad plus and then we clean everything. Okay, it's clean everything. we clean all the tests that you write in our body. Okay, now see something here. I will put in a new test and everything is going to be congested, everything is going to be one. Okay, so let's click on save and then we go and run. Okay, when we run, everything just become one. Okay, now we are going to use the tag called the BR tag or the BR element to move to the next line. Okay, it helps you to move to the next line of your website. So assuming I want to move here to the next line, all that I have to do is to bring the less than sign, then I'll bring the BR, space it, and then bring the slash sign and then close it by the greater than sign. I'm done with it. This is an example of a single tag. In the first tutorial, we have two types of tag, which is the double tag and then single tag. So this is an example of a single tag. Okay, now the next thing you have to do is to go to save and see what happens to our browser, our website. And you can see that it has just stopped at wherever it ends in the rolling and then move to the next line to continue the test there. Okay, let's do something here. I try my best for you. Okay, now we go back to our browser again and then we search for I try my best for you. Where can we get it? Where can we get it? I tried my best for you. Now we do the same thing there again. The less than sign BR, which is move to the next line or break to the next line, and then we space it, then slash, and then the greater than sign. Okay, the next thing we do is to go ahead and save it. When we save it, we come back to our browser and run it, and boom, that's what is happening there. Okay, now this is how to move to the next line if you are writing on your website and you're, maybe example is you're doing a newspaper, you're writing and everything happens to be so congested, you want to space out or you want to move to the next line. This is how you use it. You use the BR tag or element to move to the next line and then continue with your programming of HTML. Okay, now the next thing I want to teach you is how to rule a line. I normally call it a horse in the rule. Okay, a horse on a rule. Okay, now to rule a line, it also comes with a single tag. Okay, that tag is the HR tag. Okay, I'm going to clear everything here. Alright, let's go. And I repeat it again. And I want to rule a line in between this and this. So what I'll do is I'll move to the next line, then I'll bring the horse and the rule, the slash sign, the less than sign, then the horse on the rule, which is HR. Okay, when you write the HR, only thing you have to do is to space it, then you give your slash sign and then your greater than sign. Okay, that is all. It's also an example of a single tag. The next thing you do is to save and you go back to your browser and you run it. And you can see that there's a very nice line which is ruled from good morning mommy, and then the next line starts with the text that you wrote. Let's come back to our notepad, and this is how it goes. Good morning mommy, you wrote a very nice line and then the text starts here. Okay, so let's go back and do something again. Maybe you want to rule a line in I am not really good. Right, you want to rule a line in I am not really good. So you search for I am not really good, and then all that you have to do is the less than sign, HR, you space it and then slash and then a greater than sign. Okay, when you do that, you just save it. You come back to your browser to see what you are doing and then you run it and it rules the next line for you. So that's how to rule a line. Example, when you write a header and you want to rule a line under the header before you start writing your newspaper or something, this is how to do it. Let's do another example. Okay, now we come back to our website and then good morning mommy, we clear everything. Okay, now we test. Now what I want us to do is I want us to add all the elements that you've learned and then practice them once. Okay, the first element we talked about, we said is H1. Okay, so let's say alright, this is my first website here. This is my first website. Okay, now on the last line I wrote what we call the text that I copied. Okay, in this line I want to make it in the form of paragraph, okay, so that it will not be part of the first one. So I paragraph it very nicely, and then I paragraph it here too. Okay, remember HTML, we don't write in capital letters, we don't write the element in capital letters, so whatever you write is supposed to be in small letters. Now the next line is we wanted to write a header for it. We want this to be a header, so we make it h1, and then we close it very nicely, and then we will write the closing tag h1, and then we close it very nicely. And we want this header, we want a rule under the header. So to create a rule under the header, what we do next is we just write the horse on the rule. Okay, you space it slash, and then you close it very nicely. Now in this part of the text we want to break it. Now what we do is we write our break down, break elements, and then we break it. Okay, now this part of the text too, we want to break it. What we do is, okay, we want to do paragraphing. We do our paragraphing here, and then we want that paragraphing to end somewhere here. Okay, now the paragraphing ends there, and in which part of the file again, which part, in this part we want to break it. Okay, so what we do there is to write the br sign, which is to break it to the next line, and then we space it, and then the slash, and then we close it. Now we go ahead and click on save, and then we come back and run the program and see what we've done nicely. Now this is what we've done. This is my first website. It's just the normal text you write. Then this may be your title, good morning mama. Now you start writing. Thank you so much for your email. It is nice hearing from you. Okay, now at the very latter part of the letter you want to say goodbye for now. Okay, bye for now. This is how to break, or how to use the header element, the paragraphing element, the breaking element, which is the br, and then the horse on the rule, or ruling a line. Okay, so this is a very nice line that we ruled. Thank you for watching this tutorial. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you've not yet subscribed, and give a thumbs up. Okay, make sure you share it too, because it's very important. Practice makes perfect. That is my hallmark, so make sure you practice them more. Once again, my name is Richard. I'll be expecting you in my next tutorial, and see ya. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you like the video, and subscribe to the channel to get the rest of the video, and make sure you share to your friends, with your friends, so that I also get access to the knowledge or what you've learned from the video. Sharing is caring. Goodbye for now. I love you all. Practice makes perfect, so please practice them all. Thank you. Bye.